Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well. It'll be the same process as ever, please. We'll take a show of hands for questions with mics on either side of the room, and we'll set an embargo for 10:30 p.m. on Saturday evening. We'll start with Ian, please.
Hello, Kolo. First question, is Pep okay? He obviously would usually do the press conference, and will he be at the game against Crystal Palace?
Yeah, Pep is fine. It's just a small matter that we didn't bring him here, and but apart from that, everything is fine from him there. He'll be back for sure.
So he's okay for the Crystal Palace game?
Absolutely.
Then? Excellent. Okay. From your perspective, the moment that the team is in right now, is this as good as it's felt since you've been back at Manchester City?
No, I will say I think what we are doing at the moment is good because we play well. I will say we find a way to get some result, and of course I know that the team can get better, like the manager say all the time, and we are improving, we are growing, and that's the most important really for us at the moment.
How are you feeling about Crystal Palace? They're a team that can cause the top sides trouble, like you've experienced before.
Yeah, they are top team. They are really good. They're fourth of the league. Difficult to score goals against them. They're second best at the moment, conceding goals. But for us, we focus on what we can do. And we know that if we play our football, we are concentrated, we work hard as a team, we can beat any team in this league for sure.
Sure.
Kolo Touré. Working so closely with the squad as you do, a lot of changes in the summer. Do you see a team that's ready, that's capable of winning the Premier League and Champions League this season?
I will say when you play for Man City and you work for Man City, you know that every competition is very important, and the target is to work hard and fight for those competition and to win them. And we can't hide for that, definitely. And that's why every day we're working hard to make sure that we can put the team that who are in front of us under pressure and try to just keep fighting and try to win the trophy that we can, definitely.
Yeah, the gap to Arsenal was 7 points only a couple of weeks ago. It's now 2 points. You've been there, you've done it. How much pressure are those Arsenal players under now, knowing City are breathing right behind their necks?
I think for us, we just focus on what we can do. You know, I think we know the quality of Arsenal. They have a really strong squad, a fantastic manager, but it's all down to us because we have the best manager in the world. He's doing an incredible job every day. His passion for the game. He loves the players, and he loves his staff. And we know that he will take us as far as we can to win that league. And for us, we just focus on what we can do really. You know, we don't focus on what Arsenal is doing. We want to get, every game is like a final for us. Yeah.
Hi, Kolo. I just wondered how much you're enjoying being back at Manchester City, and what's it like working with the two Peps?
I think for me, I'm always, every morning I wake up and I think I'm very grateful, I'm very lucky, you know, to be able to work with these two fantastic person. Firstly, they're fantastic, you know, coaches and manager, but they're great people, great people. And for me, work for Pep Guardiola was a dream because during my career, you know, I was always thinking like there's one manager I haven't worked under. It was Pep Guardiola, and I was thinking how can I find a way to work with him, you know. And then that opportunity came when I was in the academy to come work for the first team, and I think I was like it was a blessing for me, and it was every day for me is fantastic. You know, he loves his players, he loves his staff, his passion for the game is high, he's intense. You know, we love him, you know. And yeah, for me, it's fantastic. Pep Lijnders, we all know about his energy, his knowledge of the game as well. And honestly, I'm very lucky to be able to work with those two fantastic people.
I just wondered how much did the experience you had at Wigan hurt you, and would you still like to be a manager again one day? And if so, is the dream to manage in the Premier League?
I will say my experience at Wigan was the best thing who happened to me, I think. You know, because that during my life I had a lot of setbacks. You know, before I come to as a player, before I come to Arsenal, I did 4 or 5 trials. and those tries didn't work, and that never stopped me. And I think when I have set back, my feeling is to go again, and that's natural for me. And for me, of course, the job that I'm doing right now is fantastic because I'm working with two fantastic people, working for one of the best clubs in the world as a coach. And I'm taking all this experience right now. I don't know what will happen in the future, but as you know, when you've been a manager once, you always want to go back for sure. And for me, the process is fantastic, and I'm learning every day. I'm trying to share my knowledge, my experience with them as well, of course, to try to bring something to the team, because I'm not here only just to learn. I'm here to bring something as well.
Andy? Well, Kolo, just to check on a couple of the players this weekend, is John Stones available?
The players are today, they are off, and tomorrow, when everybody come back, we will know more about the players.
What is the problem with John? What injury has he got?
It was, if I'm sure, it was his thigh, I think. That's had the problem. And but I'm sure it wasn't something too big. I think he'll be back soon.
Right. And do you have an idea on Rodri at all? Clear idea when he might be back?
Rodri is training really well. He's doing his rehab really, really well. And he look sharper and sharper every day we see him. But for sure, I don't think that we're going to see him for the weekend, but he's on the process, definitely.
Hi, Kolo. Do you know yet what date the players will be leaving for AFCON?
The date, if I'm not mistaken, is up after our game against Crystal Palace on the weekend. That the players will go. It will be Omar. It's going to be Nouri as well.
So this will be their final game this weekend, essentially.
Yes,
before they go
nobody.
away.
Yeah.
For you, that obviously leaves a little bit of a hole. I know neither has played the minutes they would have perhaps liked to, but obviously it adds a little bit of extra pressure on the rest of the players, doesn't it, I guess, during this period?
Sorry, can you repeat again? Sorry.
I know neither has played necessarily the amount of minutes they would have wanted to, but they are still key players for the first team, and I suppose it adds a little bit of extra pressure on the squad at this crucial time, does it?
Sorry, at the end of the question, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It adds a bit of extra pressure on the rest of the players in their absence. Two less players.
Oh, yeah, on their absence when they go.
Sorry, it's my fault.
I will say we have a strong squad, and of course, there are two really important players, and I think if it's up to the manager, of course, he wants to play every player, as we know. He loves the players, every time he has to make decision for player to left player out, it does hurt him a lot, and but for sure, we will miss Omar and Nouri for sure, but we are strong enough as a squad to cope with the absence.
Can it help them, in a way, going away to play in a different surroundings, have some success, be key players for their national teams?
I think we need them, of course, to be here because there is a lot of games coming, in this month and next month as well. But going back to your national team, I have experienced that. When they go there, we're going to start almost every single game, and for sure that we benefit to them and to us as well because when they come, they'll be fitter and help the best for each of them there.
And just finally on AFCON, while we've got you, how do you see the tournament? Who do you think will be the favourites? Where do you see it playing out?
Yeah, difficult, but there's a lot of good teams. I think when we play in the north of Africa, the north country of Africa are always really strong. Of course, Morocco, Egypt, Algeria, they're always really strong. But I will say my country, of course, Ivory Coast, because we were the last winner of the tournament. We still have a really strong squad. And of course, I will go for my country, definitely.
Kolo, just to go back to the manager, you've worked with him now for 6 months. Does he still strike you as somebody who's got a huge hunger and desire to keep winning trophies for many, many years to come here?
Absolutely. And the manager energy every day is incredible, and for me, I'm so surprised with all the year that he done in the league, And now the energy that he still have is incredible every day. The passion he bring to the in every meeting, in the training session, he's enjoying himself every single day, and we are enjoying as well. And you can see in the games, when we play, it doesn't matter what happened. We have a big spirit in the team. We have a lot of energy. We're fighting for every single ball, and then we try to play our football because we are a possession team based, of course. But when he goes to fighting, we can do that too as well, and that shows the spirit of the team.
Hiya, Kolo. Obviously, the manager expects the highest standards of the players. Everyone knows that, but it seems like he expects the same standards from his coaching staff as well.
Yeah.
What does he want from you on a day-to-day basis, and what are you offering from a coach's perspective?
The first thing he told me is to work individually with the players a lot, by doing a video session with them, show clips where they can improve their skill, and I'm monitoring them a lot as well. Try to advise them on certain things on the pitch as well, and do some individual stuff on the pitch as well, on the technique to finish or to defend. As I was a defender as well, help Erling Haaland by telling stuff about defenders that they don't like as well, because I was a defender. And also I work really closely with Pep Lijnders on leading the training sessions, and of course bring my energy, that I always had. And for me, working with Pep Guardiola is incredible. He allowed me to be who I am, and that's fantastic. I was not expecting that, but first thing he told me when I came, he said, just be you, and this is incredible. This is incredible.
What you said you weren't expecting it. What were you expecting when you took the job?
No, I mean, when you work for certain manager, they will tell you what they want you to do. But with Pep, he wants you to express yourself, because he knows that every individual will have a special skill. And he doesn't keep you in one frame. He allows you to express yourself, to be the best as you can for the team, and that's top.
And can I just ask a quick one on the form and the way the team's playing? Going back to sort of August and September, there seems to be quite a sharp increase in the way that the team's playing. Do you think that's just because of the amount of time that you guys have had on the training pitch? Sort of the team is learning to play a different way, and it was always going to take a few months for them to hit a decent level of form?
I think for me, the team still play the same football that they used to play. For me, this is my opinion. But one thing we had more in the team is the aggressivity, the fighting for the second ball, for example. And we know that in the Premier League, Premier League is very physical league, and having the ball is top, but when you don't have the ball, you have to fight. I think that's the difference from last season, from maybe previous season. And of course, the team is growing. The team is getting better every single game, every single day. And that's what we want. And like the manager always say, we are growing, and that's the most important. Let's see where we're going to be at the end of the season.
We'll set the embargo there.